Productions. So let me go ahead and read some of the parts, and we'll expand on them as we go if needed, okay? So the Golden Era Productions complex has been the talk of apostates, especially Leah, forever. This complex has the most false information spread about it than any other property in Scientology. It is because it is gated off and it isn't public property. It happens to be a production studio for all technical films, music production, international events, translations, internet properties, and even production projects for the religion. Similar to other studios that are built in pleasant areas for creative focus and excellence, Skywalker Ranch is a similar type of facility located in north of San Francisco. Golden Era is a state-of-the-art in every aspect. It sits on 500 acres in Gilman Hot Springs, California. It has tennis courts, professional apartments, cafeterias, one of the largest sound stages in North America, spanning 80,000 square feet and much more. Now, it's also staffed by Scientology's religious order, called the Sea Organization. These individuals work their tails off and are provided everything from lodging, food, transportation. They get their own car, and it's maintained on campus. Medical, they get dental work, they get haircuts for free. I mean, it's all on campus. This is insane, right? Dental, medical, haircut, grooming, everything, all on campus. Dry cleaning. They have Egyptian cotton sheets that get ironed all by themselves. Like, basically, they have staff on campus that are just there to facilitate the people of the religious order that are working at Golden Era Productions. They get their sheets ironed, they get their bed made, everything's dry cleaned, everything's perfect. They have their own laundry service. I mean, it's insane. And more, all taken care of by the management of the Sea Organization, right? So the management, Church of Scientology International, Church of Scientology International, the Religious Technology Center, these entities ensure that the Sea Organization members are taken care of completely, 100%. The uniqueness of Golden Era Productions is simply that it isn't open to the general public. It isn't. It's not like you can just walk on in and just go find out what's going on, right? Yeah. This is the same for other film production studios as well. Golden Era Productions can arrange for tours by reservation, clearance, and a legitimate reason. Because they have to make sure that they don't, like, drive a car through whatever, and you're like, oh, well, we didn't think you were here, whatever, right? Because they're trying to film something, and they don't want you walking around in the background, right? It's really funny, right? So you have to understand, a film production studio has so many moving parts on a daily basis that they don't want to hurt anybody, and they want everything to be coordinated so that everybody knows about it, so that it's not like, whoa, who's that? Oh no, I was gonna film there. The guy's sitting, all of this stuff. They gotta just make sure that it's good, and make sure the guy's there for the right intentions. If the guy's there to burn down the facility, that person shouldn't be there, and it causes more of a problem for the staff there when they're trying to handle some other thing, right? They're trying to handle their duties, and they have to worry about this guy, right? Leah and Mike have stated some fallacies about Golden Era Productions that I'll clear up in here, right? So now there are many different rumors, right? But there's a rumor that the religious order is somehow mistreated or whatever, and I'm not going to go into that. That's just ridiculous. I will say that there was an FBI investigation. For some apparent reason, the FBI had to come on in and to waste their time, because that's what the apostates like to do. They like to waste law enforcement's time. The FBI found that there was no evidence to back the apostates' claims. In actual fact, one of the apostates came out and confessed to the FBI even after that, because he knew he was going to get in trouble for having a false report. Now, Leah has an assistant that was recently dismissed from the Sea Organization. Dismissed meaning that she was very, very promiscuous. She wasn't there for the intentions that were laid out, but she was very happy when she was dismissed and she went through the process. This is actually on film of her saying this. Okay, while she was going through the dismissal process, right? This guy had asked, "Hey, how did it go? Like, what did you think about working at Golden Era Productions?" She says, "There was not one job that I had in Scientology that was not fabulous." That's what she said. And then the assistant of Leah also said that said some contradicting statements about David Miscavige after, I mean, like when she became the assistant of Leah. That's what happens. They get sold off into they get sold into spreading lies and whatever in the anti-Scientology cult. So they just spread lies, right? This is what the assistant said about David Miscavige when she was going through the dismissal process. Mr. Miscavige was the most caring and considerate and awesome individual that I could work for. Now, she even goes a step further and on film explains what he did, okay, for her that made him the most caring and considerate and awesome individual that you could work for, as she stated there. She says, "I broke my leg and Mr. Miscavige found out about it. It was pretty amazing. He dropped everything, came down and saw me, and wanted to make sure I was taken care of. Made sure I went to the hospital, made sure I went to the best hospital. He wanted to make sure that I was getting the exact help that I needed." Well, there it is, guys. Right there from the horse's mouth, one of the horse's mouths, right there. She just shared it publicly that she got the help that she needed and that she was given a route to the hospital. She got medical attention, and that Mr. Miscavige personally came down and saw her and ensured that she got the help that she needed. So there it is, guys. People do care, and Golden Era Productions is an amazing facility. Do read the rest of this chapter. I do want you to read it. It's super great. You'll love it. Escaping Leah at exposingcrimes.com. Also, go to Scientology.tv. It'll give you more and more of a tour inside certain facilities. They go into Scientology Media Productions. They show you around the Dissemination and Distribution Center, Bridge Publications, and so on and so forth. And they'll eventually do a tour of Golden Era Productions. So stay on standby about that. Thanks so much, guys. All right, see you on chapter 28.